Okay, welcome to my fifth or sixth attempt here at recording this video. Hopefully my computer won't shut down this time. So the things I wanted to cover that were not visible in our first Canvas conference were the navigating Canvas. The things I want to go to are very simple. The home page, the syllabus, the schedule, the test info. And then once we've done that, we're going to talk about how to use MyMathLab. Okay. So looking at our home page, this should be the first thing you see when you sign into Canvas. You've got the syllabus, the schedule, and the test info documents. These are the three most important documents on this page, and that's what I would start with. Read through the syllabus, read through the schedule, and read through the test info page. And that should get you, that should just answer 90% of your questions about this course. I do go through that stuff in the conference video, at least the second half of it, where everything's working properly. I go through those, so you could watch that there. Okay, but those are the three you want, and you can just click on them, and depending how your computer's set up, it'll open in a new tab or ask you what to do or what have you. I'll just have mine open it with Adobe, and you see you've got all my info here. All the info in the class. I will say, in case you missed that conference or you didn't watch the second half of it, the big things I want to mention are you've got my cell phone number there, and that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. In fact, while right before I started this, I was working on a problem with someone on their cell phone. These are great. You can just send me a picture of whatever you're working on, and we can talk about it that way. I can send you my work very quickly, rather than having to wait for email response times, which are a little bit slower. So, if you want to call or text me, that's the easiest way of getting in touch with me. My office hours are not set. I'm available most of the time, though. I'm working from home this summer. If you'd like to meet in person, if you'd like to talk about that, I can meet you up in my office and on the Hattiesburg campus. That's fine. But for the most part, I think we can manage this just using our conferences, GroupMe, and phone communication. And a little bit of email if it comes to that. Yes, so speaking of GroupMe, if you're not familiar with it, you can read about it down here, and there's a QR code you can scan to actually add to our group, or you can just go to this link here to join our GroupMe group. So when it comes to, one of our grades in here is participation. One of the things I look at, in addition to have you watch the videos to attend the conference, I look to see if you're participating in GroupMe at all. I've seen some great discussions going on so far this semester. It's a great place to ask a quick question or help out one of your colleagues. And it's a great way to earn some extra credit while you do it. Okay, or some credit. All right, other stuff about communication. For the most part, this is very organic. We can just work this out as needed. If you're struggling or if you just want some extra attention, we can set up a schedule for kind of check-ins. Or if I see you're struggling a little bit, I may reach out to you to see what you're doing and whatnot. But for the most part, this class runs very smoothly, just kind of an informal communication. Okay, the tests. There are 3 total tests, 2 regular tests, and 1 final exam, a comprehensive final exam. The big thing I wanted to talk about here are that these have to have a proctor, and that is in the test info document. You can read all about how proctoring works. And proctoring is unfortunately not free. If you're on the Hattiesburg campus, there is a free option, but I don't know of any other way to get free proctoring without coming to Hattiesburg or being in Hattiesburg. Okay. And you've got the grade breakdown. You can look through. Uh, you've got 20% for each test. Your homework also is 20%, and the exam is 30%. And some other stuff. You'll have quizzes, your participation, any of that stuff. Those are 5% each. And let's see here. I'll drop your 3 lowest homework assignments. This is what I do in lieu of kind of a bonus assignment, which I did in the past. And if it'll help you, I can replace your lowest test score with your exam score. What else? Class professionalism. So far, everyone's been really good about this. I guess the first Monday hasn't come around. The main thing I'm looking for here is, are you logging in throughout the week, or are you consistently waiting until the last day to do your work? And it's pretty obvious to me when you're doing that, because typically that's, if I'm getting a bunch of messages from you on Monday nights, that could get concerning if it's consistent. Don't worry. Don't worry if it happens occasionally. But if every week you're calling me, we're gonna have a talk about your professionalism. If every week you're calling me on Monday night at 10 o'clock, I added this paragraph because I used to have 20 or 30 people contact me Monday night, and after I try to nip it in the bud here. And so far, y'all have been great. I've been having lots of conversations with students about different math problems over the week, which is just what I want. We're just spreading it out throughout the week. It's just not going to work for you if you try to do it all in one day, especially in the summer where we only have 8 weeks of class. Yeah, so that's the big problem I had here. I used to have lots of students contact me just on the due date. Really, all I'm asking you for is you don't consistently do that. Okay, late assignments. I actually edited it this year. Rather than just giving you, what I've done before is if you were late on an assignment, it took off half credit. What I've done for this now, if you work on an assignment past the due date, it takes off 10% per day. So if you're just a day late, you can still work it for 90% credit. So I think this is going to work out a little bit better than the straight 50% off. Okay. And that's all I really wanted to cover from this. To get the full, even longer breakdown, you can watch the conference video.